Hi everyone, it's me and Tohki. We're doing a little brushing session, aren't we, miss? Tomorrow, I'll stop this camera doing the weird things. Tomorrow we're going to get Tohki spayed. We haven't left it too late, but in an ideal world we would have done it sooner. However, just with like Tohki stuff, she's looking at the camera. However, just leave it. Stop. Just with us being away with time, like basically the timings didn't line up with the ideal time when we should get her spayed. It just didn't line up with when we were here and when we were away and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what people's opinions and thoughts are on getting their dog spayed or whatever, so this is just my opinion on what I've been told to by our vet and like advice from other people with the same breed of dog. Sit down. But yeah, anyway, we're going tomorrow, so I thought I would just intro this video now before we're randomly in the vets and you're like, what's going on? It's, I mean, I didn't think of this and now I'm like saying it sounds a little bit silly, but we have to give her, fast her from 9 PM tonight until her appointment is at 9 AM tomorrow. And she's not allowed to eat or drink, which makes me a bit like sad. Obviously, well not obviously, but if you're like me and didn't know this, they're putting them under, aren't they? So as with anyone going for surgery, if you eat before you go through the anaesthetic, you're probably gonna be sick when you wake up. I just didn't, in my head, didn't think it's the same for dogs. It is. Luckily they called me today and told me to make sure she wasn't eating. Okay, stop now, we're done with that game. I don't know how she's gonna be with no food. My plan, they were like, make sure she goes on like a long walk in the morning to wear her out. I was gonna walk her to the vets, which is like 30-40 minutes, but that's quite long to walk with not eaten a lot, no? I don't want her to pass out. I don't know if dogs can pass out, I assume they can, but I don't want her to like pass out. She don't want to walk her, like 30-minute walk for her is a lot. She'll be knackered after that, so part of me is thinking I'll just take her on a mini walk and then drive to the vets. Sit down. She's feeling sorry for herself today because she hasn't eaten and she keeps like going over to where her bowl is and just like pouring the floor and like sitting by her treat cupboard, and it's very sad, isn't it, Tohki Bear? But we're going in about an hour. She's only got an hour left, and then we can give you all the treats and all the food that you want. I don't know about anyone else, but my hay fever is through the roof today. I literally, my eyes are like bloodshot. People probably think I'm high or something because I can't, like I want to scratch them all the time, and it gets to the point, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but it makes my whole body itchy when I get really bad hay fever. I don't know whether that's like the eczema, which also still hasn't cleared up, or if it's just a hay fever thing. I don't know, let me know, but I literally want to rip my skin off, it's so annoying. That's one of the, like, probably the most emotional things I've done in a really long time. Why is that? Because I felt so sad. Her little, like, she was normally in the vet, she's like, la la, off she goes, runs off, don't see her, like, don't need to be there, basically. Today, she just was, like, sat in my arms and wouldn't jump out my arms. Really, like, she knew what was happening, and then she went in to go and see, like, I don't know what they did, they took her on, like, a little tour around the back while I waited, and then she came back, we signed, like, some paperwork, and then she went out again. When she went out the second time, she, like, didn't want to go. Oh, it's horrible, but it's fine. She's in there now, she's gonna have a great time. I'm just hovering around here. It's not that, it's like half an hour away from the flat, but I'm kind of just brought my laptop. I'm gonna do some admin bits around here while it's going on, just so if they need anything. They basically were like, just asking this question, if she needs this medication, can we get, like, it'll be this much. I basically just said, give her what she needs and we'll just pay it at the end. I know that sounds really silly, but in my head I was just like, just do what you need to do and we'll just sort it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want them to be like, and they were like, we'll call you on the phone and be like, oh, can she have this? By that point, surely it's a little bit delayed. I'd rather than just give it to her straight away. I think this might be the biggest flat white I've ever seen in my life. Like, for reference, this is my hand. Ignore my nails. It's literally bold. I've been sat in Costa for like 3 hours, so I've decided to take myself into a Sainsbury's again. Everything's beeping. because I want to get this croissant that I saw on the sign. I don't know if they'll have that in here. It's quite a big Sainsbury, so hopefully. This like raspberry croissant that I saw. And also just have a little mooch around because they rang me just now to say she's not going to be like let out until about 5 p.m. Bear in mind she went in at 9. They also rang to say that she apparently, they had to give her more morphine than they thought because she was in pain, and that they, when now she's woken up, it's all done now, apparently it all went well, that they've had to give her ketamine basically because, well, they asked me if they could give her ketamine because she's drooling and looks a little bit sick. So obviously I said yes. I was just like, give her whatever. I don't really, it's not really an option. I know they charge more, so they have to ask you. We've just seen this, which I'm really tempted. I mean, tell me stripes are my favourite. Like, I mean, this is a medium, but it's massive. I think that's quite fun for £12. Might get that. I mean, there's a lot to be said when I started to buy my, I mean, this is M&S. I've now started buying Sainsbury's t-shirts. What has the world come to? Obviously I was going to say obviously they've got some good stuff, or I'm just having a moment. Doesn't this look incredible? There's a pistachio on something, but I can't seem to find it. Oh, look at these cookies as well. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Let's go back a second. I'm very impressed with what was in there. There was some, like, for basics, like t-shirts and that whatnot. Loads of stuff, and pyjamas. Everything felt really quite nice. So if you're looking for some basic t-shirts and pyjamas, guys, head over to Sainsbury's. I thought I would just walk home quickly. I've got a massive bag full of treats. They bought her loads of treats and like a toy for when she's back from her little operation. But yeah, I'm going to run home, drop them off, do some work, maybe even have a little bit of lunch because I've got a croissant, but a little bit hungry. Before going back to get her at 5. I was like, they were like, oh, we can pick her up about 5-ish. And I was like, oh, long day, and they were like, yeah. Oh, don't know what to do. Besides myself, guys, what do I do for the day? Giant Coffee in Costa has sent me a little bit west. I don't know if you can tell from this, but I feel very, I feel very jittery and all over the place. So maybe this walk back will help me burn off some energy. I also was doing some work in there, but the Wi-Fi was like, it was good, it was working, but it would like cut out for certain things. Like for some reason it wouldn't let me order anything. I could do most internet things, but when I was trying to order, basically I'm trying to send prizes to the winner of my challenge, and it just wouldn't let me order anything. It's really weird, but anyway, I'm gonna go home, try and do that, try and do some other admin bits, and have some lunch. I don't think you understand the levels of self-control I have just shown, and I saved it so I can show you all. Oh, what's going on? My hay fever is literally on another level. It's so itchy, but I'm like taking the hay fever tablets, so I'm tired, but I'm also like, because that coffee, I don't think the video like does justice to how big it literally was. Like bigger than this hand, bigger than my hand, probably almost as big as my face. I literally was like to the barista man, like, oh, I think I ordered a flat white, and he was like, yeah, this is a flat white. I was like, no, this is a soup, my friend. This is not a flat white. In my head, a flat white is like, but like this big. This was bigger than a latte. I didn't even finish it all, but I literally like was shaking. But positives, let's move on. I'm going on to, I mean, positives, you get your money's worth. So if you want a good, well, not, I wouldn't say good, but if you want a big coffee, head over to Costa. Now, also, is anyone else's, I don't say it because she's listening to me, but not Siri, the other one, updated because ours has a different voice. Like, it's a different person. One day I was like, she has all this like, get your words out, Joey. She controls all like the lights and like TVs and whatnot. So when I walk in the flat, I say, hey, turn on XYZ. And one day I just came back and she was different person, different voice. But let's go back to the maths at hand. Oh, guys, I don't think you understand how excited I am to try this. I thought, sometimes, you know, when you go to, like, cafes and, like, yeah, cafes. I don't know what else you would say. Pastry shops. What would you call that? A bakery, I guess. Sometimes when you get a croissant, it's very hit and miss. Sometimes they're like really flaky. Sometimes they're really like and a bit floppy and soft. This, I'd say it's the perfect. I've not tried it yet, but picking it up, it's like the middle ground. It's like soft, but I can feel that it's crunchy. I don't feel like I'm going to try this, but I'm not going to try it on camera because as much as people like, what do you call them, mukbangs, the eating videos, I do not. I don't want to see someone eating their food. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't want to see you chewing. I don't want to see food in your mouth. I don't want to see you trying to talk with food in your mouth. Not for me. Friends, this is lovely. I don't know if you can see. It's like, it's not jam. It's like puree. Oh, I'm here for this. I think I said in Sainsbury's there's a pistachio one, but they didn't have it in there. I don't really know. I say that I don't like pistachio, but I don't really know if I don't like it because I like the biscotti, the little Italian biscuits. They do like a chocolate or a hazelnut one and then a pistachio one, and I prefer the pistachio one, so maybe I do like pistachio.
Look who's here. Who's this? Hi, my little baby. You look so cute in your little comb. You okay?
So the problem we've got now, everyone, is that I don't know how I'm meant to take her harness off because she's. God, this cone, I guess I could just take the cone off, but I know, we don't want the cone, do we? I could lie to you all and say it's the next day, but realistically, it's about 3 days later since I last said hello to you all. Tohki's back, she's doing alright now. This is the first day that I've left her though on her own. I've left her like we've alternated, but today's the first day that she's been completely by herself. It wasn't fun, guys, honestly. I've only been gone for like 30-40 minutes and I'm like, right, let's rush back now because she's just sat in her little, basically her, because her crate, whatever it's called, is slightly, it's a good size for her, but when she's got this cone on, I feel like maybe it's a little bit too small. It just doesn't like when it hits, the cone hits on the side. I think it like, not scares her, like shocks her a little bit. So that's been really fun. She's literally just been sat there staring at the camera because she knows it's a camera. She's so clever. If there's a camera, as soon as we turn the little like security cams on, I think there's a light, there must be a light that pops on, because as soon as it does, she's like staring at it. Update wise, she's fine. Like I think she's recovering well, like as far as it looks, the scar looks, everything looks fine. She is back to normal now. The first 2 days she was out of it, stood there staring, like she just kind of like walk into walls and kind of like bump her head, and it was all a little bit like, it was funny, but it wasn't funny at the same time, do you know what I mean? However, over these last couple of days, I have eaten absolute rubbish, like to the point where I don't even know what was wrong. I think it's a combination of like tired, stress eating, all of the above. I haven't stopped eating, like shoveling food in my mouth, and like cookies, cakes, everything. Like, I think one day I ate a whole packet of Jammy Dodgers and like a whole packet of brownies within about 30 minutes. Not good. I also hadn't been to the gym at all on those two days, 2.5-ish days, I guess. And I was getting cabin fever. I was going a little bit crazy. So today's first day back at the gym, just been on the way back home now. I feel a lot better. I do feel a little bit on edge, but I think that's just because I can see her on the camera not laying down, and it just makes me a bit sad. So when I'm back, I'm going to take her to the toilet and that, and then just spend the rest of the day making sure she's getting all the attention she needs, because like her dad's, she's a massive attention seeker. The lack of sleep, one, due to just every time she like moves, she does like a little whine, which just wakes me up. And I just, honestly, I'm like the worst. I thought I was quite a heavy sleeper. Like, there's not much really that like would wake me up other than an alarm. I'm like good with alarms, but other than that, nothing really wakes me up. However, that dog, she could literally just like, I don't even know, she doesn't even bark sometimes. She just kind of makes that little whining, crying noise, and I'm up like a light. I don't know what it is, but she's got some kind of frequency that I'm obviously tuned into. That and hay fever. Hay fever has been a killer. I probably should have some glasses on now to stop it getting in my eyes, and also to stop you guys thinking that I've got blooming red bloodshot eyes. But yeah, anyway, rambling on, let's go home. Let's go take her on a little toilet break and give her some food and her, I want to say ibuprofen, and I don't really know what it is. Basically, I've got some syringes of what they described as like dog ibuprofen to help with the pain and the nausea and all that good stuff that comes from surgery. So yeah, let's go and give her some of that. I don't know how much I explained on the way back from the gym. I also don't know if you can hear me because I've got the aircon on, so let me just turn it off quickly. As you can see, I've let myself go. I feel... Also, my wrist thing on again. I feel disgusting, to be quite honest. Like, my skin feels gross. My stomach feels, like, disgusting because I've just eaten constantly for the last 2 days. Like, when I say constantly, shoveling things in to the point where I'm not even hungry. I feel physically sick, but I'm just eating. I don't know if it's to keep me awake. I don't know if it's because I'm stressed. I don't know what it is, but Tohki, don't scratch. Come here, miss. She's back, basically now. She's back to being, well, I say she's like 90% back to herself, which means Tohki. Which means this cone is not her friend. She before was so loopy and out of it that the cone was kind of fine. Now that she's awake, she keeps trying to pull the cone off. She got it yesterday, like stuck in her mouth. So we've changed the way it's like fastened, and we've got, instead of it being like, Tohki, don't take the cone off, miss. Come here. Come here. Instead of, it was just kind of like tied before, we've now tied it and then put a collar in as well. But she was like asleep, not doing anything. And it was like, she was needy, so she was on my lap, so it was awkward to work, but I could work. Now I'm eyeballing, watching everything again. I feel like I'm back to her being a puppy because she's just trying to pull this cone off. Eating, she's fine eating. I don't think there's anything. They were saying how if her appetite's not there, like feed her rice and they said like chicken, rice and like scrambled eggs. Her food is essentially that anyway, so I was a bit like, well, that's fine because that's what she eats. Really, she's just had loads of treats. We've just been feeding her treats because it's easy for her to, like, us to pass her and her to eat it, do you know what I mean? Rather than her having to put a cone over her bowl, which has now turned into a plate. So a little tip there for you guys, if you've got a dog that's got a cone on, put their food on a plate because it's a lot easier for them to eat. Sorry, this has become a complete, like, vet video. I'm just talking as if I am now a vet, but I'm not. I really don't know what's going on. So if anyone that doesn't have a dog or doesn't care for dogs is probably finding this whole thing really boring. It's all consuming over here, guys. This is all that's happening right now and all that I can think of, and I'm honestly, if I'm going to be real with you, finding it really difficult to concentrate on work because I'm so, like, my brain is just at full capacity of making sure that she's not ripping this cone off or pulling stitches out, or I don't know. Part of me feels a bit guilty as well, so it's all a bit much, but we're powering through. We're getting what we need to get done. I'm just onboarding 2 new clients, which is fun. The last 2 days I've not been with it, so it's nice to get back into work. We've really powered through it. It's 2:30 now. I've done some editing, I've done some like brand stuff, I've done some content, I've done some client stuff. It's all happening, and I know I just said a minute ago that I felt revolting. I do feel right. I need to shave and just have an overall bring myself back to life. But mentally now I feel a lot better now that I'm cracking on with stuff. I watched back a video the other day and I said that. It gave myself the ick. But anyway, now that I'm getting on with things and just doing things, it makes my brain a lot calmer, so that's good. Also, I'm using a new memory card and it keeps flashing up saying that this memory card is slow. I don't know what that means. It says SD card slow, shooting may stop. So I'm just filming as normal.
Okay.
Have I explained this? Do you not have it?
No, you haven't. I was like, see you up.
So basically, I got a new SD card because it was full.
Yeah.
And then this one just keeps popping up with that every time I turn it on.
Oh.
But it's still like filming, and when I play it back, it plays back.
Is it the same brand?
No, it's like a sand stick. Normally I was getting Amazon Basic. And I got the fancy one, and obviously it isn't working. Anyway.
We just go back to the basic
Go back to the basic one. We've dressed today, everyone, as twins. Let me get my hand out of this. We look like we've just been to see Pitbull. We have not. It is so hot. I'm literally like dripping beads of sweat. It's chaos. We're back where we left off, guys. A Saturday in a heat wave in Manchester City Centre, which I like.
That's why we're going to the side a bit of the sun, but we commit now.
We've committed to this. To be honest, it's quite nice. I think this is better than it was last week, though.
Yeah.
Last week was like unbearable. This is quite nice.
I mean, it's
No complaints.
let's get hot stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think we've missed the hot bit now. It's 2 o'clock, so it should be getting cooler technically. I think.
Those things like late, but then the afternoon's going to get.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
now, pretty much.
Perfect, we've gone out in the... We're not very good with our timing for sun. We normally tend to go out when it's the hottest. But anyway, we're here now. Oh, Bank Street. We're going to Vibeen back again.
Back again with the Vibeen.
With the Vibeen. I think I'm going to... Should I try something different? No, I'll probably just get the same.
I get coffee. I won't get Manchester, I think I get coffee.
Have you had a coffee today?
I had one that they made me.
Oh, yeah. That's what you want, right? Yeah, with oats, please. Perfect. Good secured, guys. We're now off to locate a margarita.
Yes.
And maybe
Oh
even...
yeah, there's a watermelon margarita that was stunning.
Is that... It's very loud, so I don't think you can hear anything we're saying, but we've had an issue. Flip-flop Summit is a little bit more tricky than people are making out. Had to stop and put some competes on. It's weird, so it's not like where like the thong flip-flop bit is. I thought that would be the bit that rubbed, but it's my little toe has just got a really blister and just popped and like split. Too much information, I know. It is so painful. Luckily we've got some Koal who's had some competes, so I've just put like a little compete on. And it's not staying because it's so hot and I'm so sweaty and I've got sun cream all over me, so it's sliding off. I've tried to like stick it as much as possible, so fingers crossed we make it through. We're gonna walk another like 10 minutes, I think, from here to where we need to be. Wish us luck. Also the coffee is delightful. This is, like I said, I think in the last vlog or the vlog before, it's a dessert. It's a cup of cream with a little bit of coffee added in. Delicious. Now this looks incredible. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Pizza. What have we got?
Never a day off.
Tell me what we've got. So this one is. Oh, this one's green.
Mango and basil. There's also a strawberry and coconut. There is also
Which is that one.
A frozen original margarita.
Thank you.
And then I thought there was a frozen margarita, but it's not. It's a frozen like raspberry tea with like peach liqueur and vodka.
Ooh, I can't get over the green in this. This is so... Basil, right?
Yeah.
Just about to record a podcast for this week, and as a Q&A, I just basically put some questions up. I basically put a question box up on Instagram, asked people what questions they want answered. I'm going to answer them. But basically, this vlog has gone on for about over 2 weeks now, so I think it's time that I bring things to a close. Before I bring things to a close, speaking of the cone, come in then. This cone is honestly so disgusting. I'm like cleaning it, but she's started chewing it. It's going like a different, you know how sometimes when you get like a cheap iPhone case and it's clear, it goes a bit yellowy. This has started going a bit yellowy. She's back to herself. Everyone was like, oh, she'll be quite like a lot calmer after this. She'll be, yeah, I know. She shouldn't be like jumping or running around or anything, but she's absolutely fine. I have to remind myself to stop her from jumping. Like if we go to the toilet or take her outside and that, she will jump up at people. The only thing is I have to carry her like this because I'm not allowed to carry her. I carry her like a baby, which is probably not best anyway. Well, I know it's not best because I get loads of people saying don't do that. But anyway, I've completely lost my train of thought and I can't really remember what I was going to say to you all other than the fact of, like I said, this has been about a 2-week long vlog, so it's very, very random. But I'm going to bring things to a close. As you can see, I'm really doing the most right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go record this week's podcast and I will catch you all on the next one.